Hi there, electrical enthusiasts and DIY masters. Today, we're diving into the world of electrical connections with heat shrink tubing. If you're looking to make secure, insulated connections for various applications, you're in the right place. Let's get started with our 5-step guide. First, butt heat shrink tubing connection. First up, we have the butt heat shrink tubing connection. Grab your wire stripper and prepare to strip the ends of your wires. Next, slide the heat shrink tubing over the stripped ends, making sure it covers the entire exposed area. Twist the wire ends together for a secure connection. Now, heat it up. Using a heat gun, apply heat to shrink the tubing, creating an insulating seal. Inspect the connection to ensure it's evenly shrunk with no gaps. Second, SC terminals with heat shrink tubing. For our second connection, we're using SC terminals. Strip and prepare your wires, then insert them into the SC terminals. Crimp those terminals using a crimping tool. Slide the heat shrink tubing over the crimped terminal, covering it and any exposed wire. Apply heat to shrink the tubing, ensuring a tight seal. Finally, check that the terminal is securely crimped and the tubing is fully shrunk. Third, fork terminals to relays connection. Now, let's connect fork terminals to relays. Prepare your fork terminals by stripping the wire ends and crimping them onto the wires. Insert these crimped terminals into the relay contacts. Slide the heat shrink tubing over the fork terminal, covering the entire terminal and any exposed wire. Use a heat gun to shrink the tubing, creating an insulating barrier. Secure the connection by tightening any screws on the relay. Fourth, round terminals to busbars. For our fourth connection, we're connecting round terminals to busbars. Strip the wire ends and crimp the round terminals onto the wire ends using a crimping tool. Slide the heat shrink tubing over the crimped terminal, ensuring it covers the entire terminal and any exposed wire. Connect to the busbar by inserting the crimped round terminal into the corresponding hole. Apply heat to the tubing to shrink it, forming a tight seal. Fifth, transparent mid-crimp tubing with copper rings. Lastly, we have the transparent mid-crimp tubing with copper rings connection. Strip the wire ends and slide the transparent mid-crimp tubing over them. Insert a copper ring onto the wires before inserting them into the mid-crimp tubing. Crimp the tubing using a crimping tool, ensuring the copper ring is securely in place. Apply heat to shrink the tubing, creating a transparent seal around the copper ring and wire connection. Remember, safety is paramount when working with electrical connections. Always use gloves, safety glasses, and ensure you have a well-ventilated workspace. Make sure all connections are secure and insulated to prevent any electrical hazards. That's a wrap on our guide to electrical connections with heat shrink tubing. We hope you found this information helpful and are now ready to take on your next electrical project with confidence. Until next time, stay safe and keep innovating.